All right. Hey, everybody. Wanted to make you aware of new resources from AP. This is good stuff. They are really doing their best to get you prepared. It's got a lot of tabs to it, but I just want to go through it, not a ton, not in major detail. So I'll try to skip to the good parts. If I were to follow this and get to taking the exam, right, and I basically went through every item, right, that they have a link to. And the first one they have is the overview. This is 51 pages, okay? But it's got good information and great graphics. Resources available, testing guide, exam day checklist. This is a good one. This is an essential one for you to have to make sure you're ready. Required documents, really they only require for the physics classes the equation sheet. You need to tell me, and I'll probably send an email out, but you need to tell me if you need a hard copy of that equation sheet if you don't have a printer at home. I will go make copies for you and somehow figure out how to get those to you, okay? Even if it's curbside drop-off. Testing demo. This is vital. Before you test, you should see if you can access the demo. So they'll give you some information. It's going to be available May 4th, so next week. Yes, next week. If you do the demo and you try to do the demo and you cannot access the demo, you will not be able to access your AP test either. So taking the demo is critical. And then FAQs, okay? About your AP exam, e-ticket, 5 steps, exam day, and scores, credits, and placement. E-ticket, it's going to look like this. 2 days before the test, so not 2 weeks before the test, not a week before the test, just 2 days. And I think they even give you a schedule when you can access your ticket, okay, and times. So you are responsible for reading this and understanding it. And so you've got your schedule. E-tickets will be valid for May exam schedule, so check out when they're available to you. If you've got a conflict, you're taking multiple tests, either IB or AP. I think they even have college, it's not even AP, like college credit exams, like for MCC or name another college where you get college credit at. Okay, sorry. Just blanking. You can request a makeup date, okay? And the exam schedules themselves, and they are simultaneous worldwide. So anyone who's taking it in Europe or China or wherever, they're going to be taking it at night. Interesting. So what to expect on the exams? How they no curves, 3, 4s, and 5s. Is it more difficult or less difficult? Right, they'll talk about that. What to expect. And then your browser, how can you submit? And this is going to be practiced when you do the trial or the test, like, can I do this? Copy and paste, attached, typed, or pictures. So each one is given information, all right? So make sure you check that out. Now, music theory, world languages, clearly they have to test differently. Accommodations, I don't think anyone has a 504 in IEP, so this should be fine. Is that it? Yeah, students with disabilities. So, but if you are that student, try to get more accommodations for this exam. Requesting to make exam, these are criteria to submit that form. And then, so basically, this is where you need to go if you need to get that June e-ticket, okay? Let's see, other things, 5 steps to take before the exam day, right? Review your contact information, check your tech, practice submitting your response, gather what you need, and receive your email ticket, your e-ticket via the email. So they're going to go on each one of these, okay? I'm not going to go into the details of those, but really an emphasis of practicing submitting tests, getting that demo. If you can't get on that demo, you're not going to be able to get on that during test day. So please go do that. What you need, right? So this is almost like a checklist. All subjects, except for those with portfolios, your ticket, checklist, right? And I think we had that above. Laptop, browser, etc. And then they go into the detailed classes. Again, all my physics classes just ask for formulas. The table of information formulas. Again, I will look at my little white light. If you need a hard copy of the equation sheet, I can get that to you. I can get you multiple copies if you need it so that you can prepare for the exam. It's probably one of the keys to being ready is to be able to use that equation sheet like with ease, right? A better way to be prepared is not even to need the equation sheet by having them all in your head, but I know that's not possible, okay? So having it available as a resource is important. So exam day, right, optional resources. Remember, on the website, they have keys for taking an online exam. Don't have too much information. Looking up on the internet is kind of a waste of time. Looking in your book is kind of a waste of time. You really have to be like, I got this stuff solid, and checking to verify details on the equation sheet. Right, May 4th, again, confirmation email, and then 2 days before the exam. You can download that checklist if you'd like, and print hard copy for each exam that you take, okay? So, good things. Exam day, just some recommendations here, 30 minutes before. You would do that, you'd probably show up an hour before your test, at least I would, so that I could park, chill, get in 45 minutes before, but 30 minutes before your start time. And testing environment, these are clearly suggestions, but keep your dog out, keep your little sister or older sister or younger brother or older brother out. Maybe have some snacks on hand. Do they even talk about that? They don't. Well, it's only 45 minutes. If there were a 3-hour test, I'd say have some snacks. 45 minutes, you can handle this, but have some liquids. Talk about security, checking in, answering questions, managing your time. This is nice information. Make you nice and nervous. Hopefully it's helpful. Submitting your responses. You're going to practice that. Please practice that. And what could go wrong, okay? And then exam scores and credit. And I like this section because they have this little thing right here. Some top universities, right? University of California system, Purdue, Vanderbilt, University of Connecticut. They recognize the efforts students have already applied in these challenging courses and will award UC credit for the 2020 AP exams completed with these scores of 3, 4, or 5 consistent with previous years. So essentially, the College Board has worked with universities to ensure that if you get a 3 or higher on these tests, you will get credit for a college or an algebra-based college-level physics course, which can save you bunches of money, okay? And you'll have that background knowledge to be able to go to the next step, okay? So it's nice to get those out of the way. It's nice to see how you did. Credit and placement, again. Still more colleges and more colleges, okay? Anyways, so that was me going through 51 pages. These links, there's a video tour of taking the AP exam. It's probably a verbal action, kind of like what I do. I provide you written and then I do the video. Interactive demo, and so on. Please do that. I can't do that for you. Enter your AP ID, and then it looks like this is that checklist, right? Check. Practice questions to show that they're available, although I have shared with you that you've got the QQT and the paragraph short answer available on the AP Classroom. I even gave you PDFs of those that are posted on Schoology. Practice. I am your one-on-one tutor, okay, for those. But you need to take the initiative to talk to me about those. And then scoring. This is a link, credit placement. I think those graphics of the different universities are ensuring. Kind of like, hey, I'm going to take my third quarter grade, and then you watch me put zeros in for fourth quarter and go, wait, what about my third quarter? You just have to believe they're going to take your third quarter grade, okay? Just like this, you got to believe that they're going to take a 3, 4, 5 as credit. Security. Let's see what else. Free online AP classes. Remember, they have those videos available where they're reviewing content. Should be pretty full by now. So if there's an area where you're like struggling with, go check those out or ask me. But if you want a new voice, a new source from a veteran AP teacher, but also I think they even do some grading related to them. Like lots of physics teachers will meet in Kansas City and they will grade the AP physics exams. Believe it or not, they meet in Kansas City over in Overland Park. And they'll grade it, like 4 people, 5 people sit in a circle, and they'll grade a set of tests and come to consensus for point values. It's kind of cool. So I want to make you aware of those resources available to you. This is all also on the student section. I know I'm on the educator page, but it'll be the same thing on the student section. If you have questions, please let me know. Okay?